Hello, everybody. We are here and we are prepared. I'm on a bit of a different mic, so I might sound a little bit different today, but I hope that's okay and I hope nobody minds. Let me just do this here. If I can. My thing. Hello? Thing. There I go. Okay, and here's what I look like today. Whee! Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it just beautiful? Why is my thing ruined? I looked at this before the stream started and it didn't look like that. Hold on. More struggles. Nope, it's fine. It's normal. Okay, cool. Um. Yeah, so this is the new model I paid 1,300 for. Right here. Isn't she beautiful? It's a hope. I am small bean. Hope you guys like my new model, you know? Mm. Isn't she gorgeous? So, the game we're playing today is Doki Doki Plus. Let's log in real quick, okay? Like, we already have stuff apparently. Whoa! And we have music already. Ohio Sayori, Doki Doki, Dreams of Love. Ah! So let's, whoops, not that one. Let's launch Doki Doki here on my desktop, quote unquote. Doki Doki. So let's get started. I'll do my best to make different voices for all the girls, but I can't really promise how much my name will hold up. I meant my voice will hold up. So we'll be Arisu Kimi, as I am in a lot of games. Let's start. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighborhood and good friend since we were children. You know, that kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Make one of them sound like Batman. I can't. Don't really have the capability of doing that one, buddy. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she was going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you? You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Arisukimi. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you want to. You may want to feed your dragon lay mad. Yeah. What did you say, Sayori? Here, I'll feed my dragon so he's not angry on stream. Yeah, feed. There we go. Now it should be happy. Are you happy? Yeah, now he's happy. We cross the street and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets became increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Arisukimi, have you decided on a club yet? A club? I already told you I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me to join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our mini conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting on the average getting it by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I died at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright, alright. Dying a little. It's okay. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I'm even letting myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I probably should have done this before the stream started, but give me one moment. Apparently, even if... Oh, it's because I wasn't meant to... Never mind. These things are supposed to help soothe your throat, and I think it maybe won't be a good idea to use them when I'm voice acting stuff. The school day is as ordinary as every other, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom. But I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori?
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie?
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it'd be fun to help start a new club. Since she was one of the first to show interest in it after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori's really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have this all planned out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yay, let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member's here!
I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Ah, Misakimi, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Amizukimi. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come, sit down, Amizukimi. We made a room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll go get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! What?
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn on with icing and little pieces of chocolate that were used to make the ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know, just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs the first one, the Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Oh, maybe. But not for you. No, you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places her teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know? I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically attracted by Sayori. Well, I hadn't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm impressed. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any major club. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand up all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, I'm fulfilling that dream. Drinking water. I'll drop the voices if I have to.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. And then I'm surprised there aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. I must have really worked hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know how I can keep up to their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Arisukimi, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri chooses the room for teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The love of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Sorry. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I'll wait a moment. I waited because I noticed an ad ran. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or it takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh? Why's that?
Well,
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write down about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? Who gives you that idea?
You left a piece of paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori slides up next to Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I am not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sat in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzingly at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Arisukimi? Monika smiles warmly at me once more. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the whole entire time. I never said I would join this club. Theory may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and... I lose my train of thought. All four girls stared at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought...
Tsukimi?
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sam wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me there for a moment.
If you really did just come for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember today's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks at me once more. Arisukimi, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue their chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Arisukimi, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstance and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, so... here's the thing. Who do we go for first? Ooh! Thanks to Octopus Laddie for the follow. I appreciate it, man. So who should we go for? Any preferences in chat? Theory? You, my good friend, have good taste. So let's try... childhood? Warm? Comfort? Together. Bouncy. Ah, shoot. Heartbeat? Ah, frick. Precious? There we go. Ribbon. Oh, frick. Depression. Memories. Headphones? Frick. Alone. Hair? Uh-oh. Pain? Unending? No, that's Yuri. Strawberry. Oh. Grief? Happiness? Daydream? Romance? Okay, so we're pretty much almost guaranteed Sayori here. Over half of those were Sayori, so, you know.
Hi again, Arisukimi.
Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Excuse me again. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. As the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Arisukimi. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me he didn't want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Arisukimi always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Arisukimi can become good friends too.
Sayori...
Huh?
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Oh, wait, Sayori... Me? Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
Sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess it means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from me is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, just discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. You can help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I closed my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to other clubs, though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival's our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds so dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do something to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori's taking this thing really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food would do the trick?
Well, what kind?
Well, I guess we could...
Cupcakes!
Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
Ah, you're right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes! That works out perfectly!
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is, then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can make her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it'd be like to see the world through her eyes. What? I opened my eyes and find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair.
Wait, actually I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica heard.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
But I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me rather than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself.
It's written all over me.
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair sticking out here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
To get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste on your collar, right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But no one would ever notice that.
Of course they would. No one's gonna tell you about that because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
Huh? That's never mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, it'll change your mind.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things.
Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel bad about it, stupid.
It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to slowly close the button near her chest. Does this thing even properly fit you?
It did when I bought it.
If you've buttoned it, you'd notice sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look so much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
So much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. Oh goodness.
But if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And he'd take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just try to focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine, fine, it's a deal.
I guess we really are better than taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so.
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Aw, but I'm stroking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Eh? Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Yay! I mean, Zakimi, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I'm giving Sayori a little bit of a different voice than I usually do because her voice is really hard for me right now for some reason. Like Natsuki's I'm struggling with. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still tries to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
Can't wait.
Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Sayori. I'm definitely the most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Zakimi! Eh? I love it! no idea you're such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an Arisu Kimi poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Arisu Kimi. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. I liked the music in this game, it's so cute. Okay, let me read some water, drink some water.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning.
Here, I'll try to read this in the voice that I usually give for Sayori. Can't make any promises that'll turn out okay though.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day?
Okay, no, I can't hold it.
I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Sayori? This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, that at least makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It just it came out nice, or... How should I put it? It just sounds like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you're late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. You should show my poem to next. Let's do Monika. Hi, Arisu Kimi. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things that we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'm afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Struggling. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Arisu Kimi. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand my poem to Monika. I like this one. It makes me... Sorry, I thought someone opened the door. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well... We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well then, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like you two really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you would think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when you're reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. but in any case, Siri's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying to do different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see what you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. I'm dying. Anyway, don't you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Oh, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had a kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with one another. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Let's do Natsuki. Let's attempt Natsuki.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad.
Here, let me just... I'll try to read my poem for her in the voice I would usually try to give her if I wasn't struggling.
It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically it's not cute enough for your taste?
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Huh. Well, anyway, I just need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Here, let me try.
Eagles can fly.
No.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can...
No, I can't do her voice right now. Her voice that I usually try to give her.
Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it.
Natsuki might have to lose her voice. Natsuki's voice is killing me. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understood. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight into the wordplay. Like I step up for a rhyme at the end, but make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? So sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been doing that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they try to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her trains of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering's completely gone, and it sounds like she's an expert. Oh, of course, that's not something he can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that can go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them by getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to me, herself, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I know I have such a terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is very pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I really liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. I need a ghost, Yuri. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Tsukimi. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only symbolically being compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. And that's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no poems that can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Seiya and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read them in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk in one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out as nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Arisakimi did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Arisakimi liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... Yours stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Arisakimi appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Arisakimi started showing up.
Natsuki?
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly both girls turned to me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Arisakimi? She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making a poem so convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out.
Okay, I'm gonna save here real quick.
Help me explain that, Sir Arisakimi.
Oh, wait. The reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language is the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Arisakimi? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be... Wait, what? Oh. Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any more to hide my mouth, so instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Arisakimi? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that upset her in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri. You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems... They're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And yours poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because...
Well,
also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Sayori? Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. Well, make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is the vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. Big titties. Big booba? Booba? She got big booba? She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see herself get hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd you feel about sharing your poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright, mostly.
Arisukimi, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome.
In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about what kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, maybe that means I can do a better job impressing those I want to impress, and add myself with newfound determination.
Arisukimi! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayuri beams at me. It really has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri? About what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You know, Arizukimi, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me happiest. And I think everyone likes you too.
That's...
Every day's going to be so much fun.
Looks like Sayuri hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Okay, let's see. Frick. Oh shoot, I clicked the wrong one. Shoot! Well, I think that's still mostly Sayuri. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past few days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi.
Yo, Sayuri. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm still not used to being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayuri?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason really, I just wanted to look at it. Sayuri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch to get it open, and after that she turns it upside down and all its contents fall into the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayuri.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves one option.
Give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't know she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book.
Yuri! Tell Arizukimi to let me borrow some money.
Don't get me involved in something like that, Sayuri. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, you pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book.
Speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
You were right, though. I did something bad and I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution.
That.
Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she totally guessed she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles into the desk.
Yeah! Oh, what was that? Eh? A cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution?
Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
I was gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy!
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. You're going to do a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Oh, it looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Please. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori says something's down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookies.
Hey, did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika and Kitty's also... Eh?
Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room.
Ugh, where's Monika anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just has something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a...
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true. Excuse me?
Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Eh? Monika chased the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzingly looks at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I was in a way you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I was just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool. You should play for us sometime, Monika.
That's... Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
Yay!
Struggling. That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Arisakimi. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to a book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet.
Arisakimi!
Sayori suddenly comes up to me.
I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me?
Supplies? What for?
Well, you know how the festival's coming up? Me and Monika are gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons, markers, and glue sticks.
Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you.
Yay! Okay, Monika, we'll be back soon.
Someone's picking a very convenient time to take a shower at 7 p.m. Thanks, friend. Are you going with Arisakimi to get supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him.
Oh, but I have to go. It's so much fun exploring up to classrooms and stuff.
Okay, it was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay?
Okay. Ready, Arizakimi?
Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the classroom. I fall behind Sayori. I see her humps and skips around the hallway. Honestly, I feel like I'm taking kids to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you'd make an event out of literature.
We must have it all planned out. Don't you worry.
Is that so?
Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance.
A performance? Of what kind?
Well, everyone's gonna take turns on a stage and recite their favorite poems.
That sounds kind of dull.
Arizukimi? You're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem, like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what end have I summoned this joy? For now when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that.
Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that.
You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know?
I know. It just meant that it's pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self.
Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm so excited. The festival's going to be so much fun.
Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again.
Hey, Arizakimi, the classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission.
The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with you, Sayori, like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to haul myself into my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow.
Let's see what we have in here. Crayons.
Sayori pulls out a full box full of crayons on the shelf.
They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though.
Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find...
Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color.
Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper.
I dropped one by accident.
Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead directly on the shelf. She falls to the floor and crayons fall over her lap.
Ow.
Are you okay?
My forehead.
Sayori clutches her forehead. Gee, Sayori, that's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori's sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sayori.
But it hurts.
Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side.
Ow.
Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice.
Arizakimi?
Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do.
You don't have to. I'm fine
with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
I pet Sayori in the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I look at the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than a drink. But I know that Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other one to clumsily scoop crayons back in the box.
At least they're already in the wrong spots before I spilled them.
Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice.
It's nice and cold.
Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Oh? Thank you, Chicken Nuggets 2620 for the follow. It's appreciated, man. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot.
Sorry, I forgot.
How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head.
It stings.
Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you already cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good.
Hey, Arizakimi. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it?
Eh? What do you mean?
You know how we used to play outside all the time? I want to keep up with you. You're kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I'd get myself hurt. I'd fall and skip myself or get a bump, and I'd start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quickly as you could. You would really try hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself for it and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even if it wasn't really your fault at all, you know?
Did I really do that?
Yeah, you don't remember?
Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a little bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head.
Arizukimi, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You really are a sweetheart.
Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long.
Really? Maybe you're right. Arizukimi? I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever?
Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that, so it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up.
I'm so happy.
Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her.
I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know?
Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way.
Not if I hide it under my bangs.
Sayori hops to her feet. Ah! He clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about to start ready sharing our English. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about.
I was playing with crayons and smacked my forehead on the shelf.
Well, anyway. I love this game. Me too. I love this game as well.
Were you able to find everything we needed?
I've seen this game a long time ago, but I never actually got to play it, so... You know, I know roughly where this game goes, but it's also been a while, so I don't remember all this. Sayori frantically glances around herself.
I forgot.
Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper, too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Arizukimi. Well, Sayori... I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori.
I needed an adventure.
Yeah, that.
Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems?
Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Sayori, of course.
Arizukimi, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me.
I'm not hiding anything.
But your poems are so good. Yesterday's in this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before.
I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so...
No way. Not even Natsuki?
Well, I guess Natsuki's at least the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot more easier to write about poems when I'm thinking about you. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean you're a really expressive person, I guess. Well, how am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things.
Like cooking.
Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have the kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting into my business all the time.
I don't know if I understand.
You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head.
Hey! I'm not a kid, you know.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe.
Sayori starts fiddling with the pencil between her hands.
Hey, Arizukimi, will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it.
Huh? Why?
Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me.
Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we get home.
Really? I broke my pencil!
Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped, but being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me.
Sorry!
It's It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking.
I'm a little clumsy today.
Let's sit down, Sayori.
Yeah.
I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem.
Oh!
That one hurt my throat for some reason.
Sorry, you forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours.
Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Okay.
Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in the bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time's elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another. Hold them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends. Were my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head.
Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monika taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The poem came out really good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing's like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Oh? Hold on. Is my stream okay? Oh, I guess it is. I got an error on my stream on my phone, which is what I used to read the chat. Strange.
Yeah! Writing's the best! I'm gonna keep writing until I die!
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Hi again, Arisakimi. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. You want to share what you wrote for today? Oh, whoops. Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika. Alright, it's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm teasing. I know it takes a lot of time to make friends with everybody. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them your share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. It's not like I'm unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on the piece de crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess that's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of thing I've never seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing games with the space on the paper. Choosing where and how you want to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I read the lines short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling. Or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know what might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait. Is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Well, it's not really any worse than your other one. But I can't say it's any better either.
Huh?
Huh? You what?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I'll get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Aha! Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think about it, this reminds me of Yumi's poem from yesterday.
You think so?
Yeah, well, I guess you guys have been friends with her for so long you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Theory has a type of some?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That's a little unnecessary, but... Think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she probably would just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we'd take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time... Oops. I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friend starts to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. She's gross. It's gross. The world's better off just without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just winding up. I hope you don't think that's the best I can do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sorry. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course, it's how everyone thinks of my... That doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I want it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has a kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. The something that you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you, but that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it.
Like guns? What? Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Arizukimi. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Suri. Coming from me, that means a lot. Huh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry too much if it seems like you can't get the poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like it's turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The raccoon. I'm going to wait because there's an ad again. Alright. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttling of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hunger, curiosity, the writing, my urge. Something tells me you like Doki Doki, but Monica Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Something tells me that you clicked on this because you like this game. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light after my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement, a rush of blood, classic Pavlovian cutting. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. It was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what the poems are about. That's right. It's a little closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions using them. Yeah, if I take it as face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's sort of things I used to force to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Did Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Eh? She did? Yeah, she was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anyone. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah, sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to tell her. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I probably would hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves without getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry. I thought you'd heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Monika? Yeah, we're gonna have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So always putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to perform in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys!
No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember, Natsuki and Yuri had never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show off to everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings. Being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you in here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been really trying hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit.
Well, maybe, but...
Looks like Natsuki doesn't really have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright!
Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri!
This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Let's see. Monika flips through her notebook into the specific poem she had in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before? Or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monika!
Thank you very much. I was hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next.
What? Yuri's fine now all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks over to the podium. The poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri!
It's called... It The after image of a crimson eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed in her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed in her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her. We were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the podium to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm up next.
Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks over to the podium.
This is called My Meadow. Giggles.
Siri?
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it as you're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Siri begins to read her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly chained like Siri is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Siri's voice almost gives a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Siri meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into somebody that I knew through and through. Siri finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Siri!
Even Misakimi liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Siri. The atmosphere of the poem fits you very nicely. But that might be the other poems would... But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
Huh? I don't understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. That's, well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone.
Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have that much time before the festival, you know?
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Misakimi. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well at least Misakimi lower everyone's standards a little before I have to go.
Natsuki? It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not entirely confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing.
That's something that'll improve with time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting?
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little enthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if it's giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
Oh, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki.
I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about at the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today.
I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow's as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright! I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It is for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go to Sayori? Yep! Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? These guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Sayori. It's okay, Mizukimi. You won't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I will come with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say one day, Yuri was to ask to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Sayori? You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? She's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always really seem like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Yurisukimi. You think about me too much sometimes. You even would deserve it if you wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure it out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never gonna happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I wanted to respect her and keep her happy, so... Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? So, something I might do here is I might write this poem and then we're gonna switch to a different game. So let's get Sayori. Doki Doki should be Sayori. Or not. How about Party? Amazing. Sadness. Embrace? That's Yuri. Daydream. Valentine? No. Frick. Heartbeat. Happiness. Wonderful. Unstable. No. Rainbow. Comfort. Unrequited. Passion. Strawberry. No. Promise. Romance. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and save the game here just in case. We're gonna hit exit DLC. And let's see whatever we've unlocked. We've unlocked some pictures, it looks like. We've unlocked pictures of all these poems. And all those places. Ooh, look at that fan art. It's so cool seeing like sketches of things like that. Wait, what did that say? A sketch by to test and compare different hairstyles for Sayori. Yeah. And then we got different music as well. We got Play With Me, Poem Panic, Daijoubu Boo, Candy Hearts, and Dear Sunshine. And I think we unlocked some side stories too. So let me just do this real quick. Essentially, I'm mainly trying to give my voice a bit of a break. So... because my voice is struggling quite a bit. So let's see. I believe I should have another game that I can play.
Um. Pull it up. Let me struggle bust here. mm. I may play some paladins. Let's play some paladins. I had kind of anticipated playing Doki Doki for the entire stream length, but my voice is kind of dying and I don't want to just play Doki Doki Literature Club and say use normal voice. That's not as fun, so okay, let's see it's launching. There's a lot of new people that I don't know of right now. That I'm unfamiliar with. But we'll see. Taking quite a while to launch now, isn't it? So, anybody in the chat, how are you guys holding up? What are you guys doing? Paladins. There we go. Let's see. Now I should be able to. Ba-dum. There we go. Paladin's up now. Let's play some paladins. There we go. Update my stream. Here we are. Okay. So I actually have not played this game in a long time, so I know there's a lot of new characters and stuff that I'm not familiar with. Like her. So, we'll see how well this goes for me. And typically ooh. Master the new schism. Huh. I guess we could give that a try too. That's something new that I have yet figured out, seen. Essentially, here's my champion stuff. You can tell who I main in this game.
Siege. Select a champion.
Ceres.
Customize your champion.
Sure, I'll play as Ceres. Fun fact for Ceres, she is the first person I've ever... she's the first person I played on this game with. Because she's one of the free people you start with. Two tanks. Ooh, okay. Go. Commit.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
Okay, so... I'm gonna want to be really careful of that Sky. She's gonna be after me a lot.
Sight beyond sight. Life beyond death. I alone traverse the abyss. Tempt the fates. Enjoy it while you can.
Prepare for battle.
Okay, let's do this. Whoops. I clicked something. Ah! Stop. Ah, frick. There I go.
5,
Like
4,
a whisper
3,
on the wind.
2, 1. And so it begins.
You've kept me in this realm.
An enemy has drawn first blood.
The odds never lie.
Overtime. The payload.
Promise.
and finish what we started.
Sorry if I'm a little bit on the quiet side. I'm trying to A, play the game, focus on the game, and B, give my voice a little bit of a rest after, you know, voice acting. Voice acting with an already tired voice, 2 hours. Frick.
I now make my return.
I now make my return. Hmm. I like Ceres's lines. Okay, let's see. We're doing pretty well so far.
Point spawning in 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Overtime.
Tank needs aid. Service complete. Time heals all.
Double kill.
I'm gonna get killed.
A good omen rises.
Never mind.
Seconds remaining.
Kept me in the thrill.
15 seconds remaining. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Victory.
Nice. Nice.
Spend the credits.
Let's see. Whoa. I'd say I did a pretty good job. I guess I'm gonna hear a different announcer now too.
Siege.
Huh.
Choose your champion. Grover's my favorite.
Ceres.
Customize your champion.
Okay.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
I know things that were,
Things that aren't, and some things that have not yet come to pass.
Tempt the fates. Enjoy it while you can.
So we have 2 damage, 3 damage. Oh. We have 3 damage in a front line. Okay. I wasn't paying attention. They have 2 front lines, 2 damage, and a healer. Might be a bit rough. I guess we'll find out though. But I'm thinking this game's gonna be a little bit difficult.
5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
and so it begins.
I'll attack up the middle. Okay.
Okay.
Take it. Assist to the tank. Good omen rises.
Check this one out. Bless the elements.
Frick. Oh great, we already have one of these people.
Reality is an opinion, one that I disagree with. The abyss has blessed us. Time heals all.
Frick. I didn't know they were all that close. Oh my god. One of these people. Frick. Frick. They ran the way I didn't think they would.
Dragons do not falter when faced with death.
Buddy, I'm on point with the freaking front line. Don't know what you want me to do for you. Spamming it in the chat will not make me heal you any faster, buddy.
One that I disagree with.
30 seconds remaining.
I'm not even there. Dude. Shut up.
Okay.
And now you're running away from where I was standing. Like, come on.
I must leave this place.
You're not there.
Remaining.
What? Shut up. Our Cassie's just annoying.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Our Cassie's just annoying, man.
I now make my return.
Like, dear Cassie, my job isn't to heal you. My job's actually to heal the front line. So when you're far behind the front line, I'm not gonna go over there and heal you. That's how that works, son.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hear my call.
Why would you do that right there? They're gonna find you right there. Shoot, I'm gonna die. Ha! He stole his kill. Wow.
Enemy killing spree. Enemy killing spree.
Reality is an opinion, one that I disagree with.
Goodness. This started okay and it's quickly going downhill.
15 seconds remaining. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's too bad.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I'll kill some man if I right the move.
Whoa.
Check this one out.
Reality is an opinion,
One that I disagree with.
The abyss has blessed us. A good omen rises.
Tiamat call.
Okay.
I now make my return.
I now make my return.
15 seconds remaining.
On my way.
Frick.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Nope, I tried. Okay.
Form. Let's
Well, so far we've been able to capture the center every time, so I'm looking a little bit more optimistic than I probably should be.
no
No hay problema. I remember why I stopped playing this champion.
15 seconds.
See?
5, 4,
I'll attack up the
3,
middle.
2, 1.
The tank needs aid.
Frick.
Back in the action.
Back in the action.
Ultimate is ready.
Frick.
Group up.
Okay. Try again. Good game.
Killing spree.
The spirits do not
The odds never lie. The abyss has blessed us.
Capture the objective. Ultimate is ready. Ultimate is ready. Hear my call.
Nice. Money coming through.
It's overtime.
Enigmatic.
Mhm. Nice. Ooh. Lucky I did decently.
Siege.
Siege.
Choose your champion.
Choose your
Whoever's my
champion.
favorite.
See, maybe I won't be here this time. Maybe I'll be Maeve?
Maeve.
Maeve.
Customize your champion.
Ooh, Team Skin Booster. I usually like this one.
Don't get left behind.
The map itself is okay, but the comps are evil. Oof. Fair.
I've been perfecting this look for months now. The battle is about to begin.
guess so.
Let's focus up and push the enemy back.
Thanks for the heal.
Enemies on the left. Enemies behind.
Oh, I died, but I got the IO.
Enemies on the right.
That Inanna skin is very not Inanna, Ray skin. Is that Ray skin or is that even just is that just her thing? That she has a skin on, right? It's interesting.
That's only.
Okay. I guess so. I guess so.
Push right. Fall back.
I guess so.
Wait, let me put on my face.
Oof. Rough. This is a rough stuff. It's rough start.
I guess so.
Where are my girls?
Right. Time to
I
change
guess
our
so.
strategy.
I'm back, cool friend. My hands killed, but can also heal.
Frick.
Your sight fails you. Enemies behind. Enemies up the middle.
Okay.
Fight hard.
Okay.
All right. I've seen worse.
Oh no. Stay here.
This ain't going very well. God dang.
Okay. I guess so.
I'm dying.
Stars, guard me.
New life, new look, and they're shook. Enemy's unstoppable.
I guess so.
God dang.
I have returned. I'll keep us patched up.
Ready.
They're grandmasters.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
I guess so.
No, she is Inara.
5, 4,
I'm not dumb. Never
3,
mind.
2, 1.
I'm kind of lost on what they're saying, I'm not gonna lie.
That's not good.
Ultimate is ready.
Okay.
I woke up like this.
I woke up like this.
Shadows, hide me.
Enemy's unstoppable.
Curses.
Enemies on the left.
Never mind.
Okay.
I've seen worse. I've seen worse. I've seen worse.
Right now. Okay. I guess so.
Where are my girls? My health lower than your tennis scores. My cover shot.
Okay. You're all sisters. I guess so. Have you met my friends?
There's her ult.
New life, new look, and they're shook.
I'm back.
Enemy killing spree.
Not today.
Gosh, Leon.
Ah!
I woke up, Lexi. Thank you. I guess so. Up on the catwalk. You look envious. We won by our powers combined.
Your sight fails you.
You want what? I won't fall.
Shadows, hide me. Curses.
What are they doing? Are they just running around in a circle or something?
Push the payload. New life, new
They are.
Okay.
He won't see.
Well, thanks for the heals. Strike now, friends. Kneel.
Seconds remaining.
Over so soon.
Okay, I guess so. I guess so. Have you met my friends?
Oh my gosh, Skyroll back. Yeah. We might be able to do this.
I guess so.
Nice.
We're friends now. Yeah, well,
Too slow.
I don't have anything to buy. What's everyone else buying? Haven. Okay. That's why that Vivian's so freaking deadly. She has that deft hands.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
Are they playing with their food or are y'all good?
I guess so.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, one of us is staying behind, or Ray, I believe, which I think she's supposed to be a healer.
Ultimate is ready.
Ultimate is down. Up on the catwalk. I did that.
Shadows, hide me.
The Leon's the really deadly one. God dang. All the other ones seem to be like pretty good still, but Leon is deadly, man. They got a good Leon. And that's one of the ones that I hate playing against if they have a good one.
Fall back, fall back. Group up.
On my way.
Inara, don't be dumb. Inara.
I guess so.
Came too close. I've seen worse.
This is coming.
Watch yourself.
Okay. I guess so. Strike now.
On my way.
Right. Leon, god dang it.
Fight hard. That came
I
too
guess
close.
so.
Thank you.
I guess so.
Nope, not doing that.
Ah, so close. But so far. Actually, it wasn't really close at all. It was kind of really far the entire time, but you know what? It's okay. GG. I'm going to win at least once more, and then I have food downstairs waiting for me that I have to go. But I don't have to go eat it, but like, it's been there for a bit.
Choose your champion.
I should go eat it. So I will.
Customize your champion.
How many console players here? I'm one. Not me. Half and half so far.
Let's have some fun, darling.
Let's go.
You keep playing with my heart, and I might just steal yours, love.
Ooh, it looks like they changed that mercy kill.
It's me. It's me. That sucks. Greetings. Best of luck, we have fun, don't we?
May our light protect you. The battle is about to begin.
I usually like to get deft hands on her and life rip.
Five, 4, 3,
Bro, and PC players, sorry. Ha, so we're PC majority.
Thanks. I hope you like it hot.
I'm already dead. Frick. That was quick.
Hop to it. No time to waste. Nicely done. But can you keep it up? That's smart. Can you handle this? It's me. That's a bit forward.
I'm gonna want some Chronos here.
How
Part of the reason why I'm struggling a ton is because I'm trying to use my abilities when they're not recharged yet. So let's get some Chronos and make sure I can get those a bit faster.
can you handle this?
Get Ceres, get Ceres. Yes. He was really going for me there, man. Woo! Okay, let's see.
Hop to it. No time to waste.
I still don't know if what's his name, Rom's thing counts as a shield. Does that count as a shield? Like, if I were to get the shield breaker, would that help me or not? Because I'm honestly still not certain.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
The people here are friendly. I like them all. I like it when we have friendly teams like this who all talk to each other and just like hang out and chill in between rounds. I'm dying a bit. Dang it. Chronos, let's get... I want to get Deft Hands again. For now, let's get Haven. Oh, basic... Never mind. Nice. Dying. Yes, I am dying. What's up? There's a Meow Meow. How's your drive home? You know what? I can probably just ask you this in call. Because after I said after I won, I would go get food. Which is what I just did. So I'm going to go ahead and commend everybody there. Because everyone was amazing. GG. Console Master Race. Okay, so this is ending the live stream a little bit earlier than expected, but I'm also very hungry. So I'm going to get some food for myself now. So, to anyone currently in chat, I thank you for joining me here today. Oh yeah, here, I'll do this real quick. Get rid of that. I'm back. Change this back to me. Oh, wrong scene. Ah! Okay. So, if you enjoyed this, make sure you follow, give me a follow, because that'd be appreciated. In the chat, I just posted the link to the Comfy Corner Discord server, which is Variety TV's official Discord, and in there you can, join us, hang on out. You get notifications every single time one the people from the Varai gang goes live. And so, you know, pretty cool place to join. Should probably hop on in there. And other than that, goodbye for now. I'll see you guys on Monday.